here. We'll get a couple of raises in if he wants to, just one though. Opening the face with Naga when you have the absolute last pick of the draft does give you that flexibility option where you can switch it over to support. And what OG essentially accomplished was that they kind of forced Gaming Gladiator's hand to at least pick some sort of solution to carry Naga. And then when they don't like the matchup enough, they just swap it over to position 4 with this minus armor strategy they have. I think OG's lineup in itself has incredibly much, I don't know if you want to call it internal synergy, like the way the heroes play off each other. You have so much physical damage with minus armor, alacrity, whereas Gaming Gladiator's strategy is, as the panel pointed out, very much early heavy. I think it's super important for them that the lanes go well, but they are on a lot of comfort. And to me, maybe the unsung hero, everybody's talking about Marcy, right? You know, it's like Marcy, Enigma. I think Tiny is still undervalued in this tournament. I think this hero is incredible right now. And they will grab that for Boom in this game, and he's one of the very best.
Dyrachyo still sitting on relatively low HP, but no way to really catch up to him right now. The raise way off here from Dyrachyo. Maybe a little nerves here on the stage. I mean, one thing we should mention about Gaming Gladiators, they started out the year extremely well. I can't remember the name of that. It was the regional finals or whatever it was called. They did really well. And then the second major they placed really well. And it feels like since then, they've basically, when they qualified for TI, I don't know if they've dropped off or teams have just figured them out a little bit better because they just haven't looked quite the same since that point.
I mean, I think this tournament has had plenty of surprises, right? And I think something worth keeping in mind is looking good in groups does not necessarily translate to the main stage, right? We've had examples this year, probably the most glaring one, with EG winning their group and then losing 4 games back-to-back on the main stage.
syndereN.
It's a thing, you know? Like, you can have really good days, you can have bad days. The days you want to peak is on the main stage. And I think something that's really good for Gaming Gladiators in general is that, hang on.
Nice cookie. He's going to close the gap here for Yuragi to right-click Tofu. Pops that Fairy Fire, but the Jingu is up, and First Blood goes to Yuragi. Gets a little bit of HP back thanks to the Boundless Strike Jingu combo. But OG first on the board.
And this is a very good lane matchup for Monkey King. One of the most formidable laners against the Underlord, so getting a little bit of a head start.
Another Curry? No way.
Very good. Oh, he's
faster.
Fast.
Yeah. One more will do it.
Oh my god, that is...
has been killed.
I think he didn't get Dyrachyo's Curry the first time, right? It was somebody else's, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was Celery's. I mean, this is really bad news for Dyrachyo. That was his salve as well as Wraithman, so a lot of laning presence just out the window here for him. Yeah. Still has the 2 mangoes to work with, so I would say this should be a Shadow Fiend favored lane. Like, Slardar is a melee hero who has no ranged way of farming creeps, so every time you want to go and get a last hit, you're exposing yourself to getting raised comboed. But so far, so good for Amara, right? He's 13-3 against the basically exact same CS scoreline for the Shadow Fiend. And that is while playing with support Naga, who honestly doesn't really offer that much for a Slardar most of the time, right?
Offers courier killing potential, apparently. You can see another cookie setup kill onto Tofu. Jingu with the Scatter Blast. And second kill in this lane for Yuragi and OG overall, who, I mean, like you said, even in this off lane, for Amar, doing quite well to start this game. He's going to take a raise, though. Gets a crush off, but no one in the vicinity. They'll have to back away as the Tango's slowly bringing them back up to a healthy amount.
I gotta say, man, I don't want to play a Silencer Underlord lane in this game. I feel like Silencer's job is so difficult. You need to offer some sort of presence for the Underlord, because if you don't, he just gets bullied out of the lane by the Monkey King snap. But if you come even remotely close, you get Boundless struck into a cookie and you just die, right? So it's just really, really difficult, and it goes to show how powerful this pick from OG was. I was wondering if Gaming Gladiators were actually going to opt to go.
So
it did, but
a little bit of a long walk.
It's a much smaller prize to claim. And in the meantime,
bottom lane cookie, so much setup for this Sunstrike, and Yuragi still ends up with the kill himself. And he is off.
Like, it was a big part of why Gaming did pick this hero in this game.
Middle tower is under attack.
Dyrachyo, Requiem, there it is. Do they have the raise? Yep, and Ace is here as well. Big kill for Gaming Gladiators off of the Invis rune from Dyrachyo. But gonna get punished to a degree. Ace will fall.
Nothing comes for free.
Obviously, from Amar's perspective, the Midas has been online for a decent amount of time, which now he finishes treads.
Loaded to the gills.
Oh, quickly back to live as Ace is dead, so we didn't get to see that gank in its full juicy perspective.
From Gaming Gladiators, really good stuff. They not only do they get the Aegis, but keep in mind this Radiant lineup is incredibly good at killing Roche. So the fact that you take it away from them is almost as valuable as getting it yourself.
Oh boy, Boundless Strike. Yeah, the Aegis could have been on him, but instead he would have died twice in this scenario, I would assume. Although, you can see Gaiman starting to pincer in a bit. The Avatos onto 3, Misha very low, nice Firestorm from Ace as Yuragi kind of separated from his team, attempting to TP out, and he will be able to TP successfully, just barely out. The Aegis
is actually very helpful.
Why are you laughing? Isn't that the best part of that? It's so good.
I mean, it's half a second, right?
Oh, boom. He gets initiated on by Amar, who pops his newly picked up BKB, continuing to bash away as the Wraith Pact is placed. The Global Silence is not really going to dissuade OG from continuing any further. And Taiga, he's going to get the backup of the rest of his team now. Now the focus is entirely on Ace, and the Mortimer's Kisses are going to be enough. Double kill for BZM off the back foot of this. 3 dead for Gaiman as they are punished severely.
They have to make a lot of moves as long as the lanes are in the right position. They feel very comfortable with scaling up.
Yep, Celery, tanking the gank. Deleted. Mar, Alacrity, and half HP mark. See if Gaiman can try to contest this, because this could be a turning point for them in this game, no doubt about it. We're gonna run right into Misha. Roche is abandoned temporarily, but Ace is caught out. Yuragi gets off his ultimate, but he's taking heavy damage, has to pop the BKB, and now everybody tries to reset as the Global Silence comes in. Kind of resets this fight to a degree as Boom gets the Avatos onto Misha. It's going to be close on this kill. Finally finds it. That's just the first death in this engagement. As you can see, Amar going to town on the BKB SF through the song. And he's going to find that kill relatively easily, but he's going to be traded as a double kill for Celery of all heroes. And it turns into a 3 for 2. BZM has to ghost walk away. Yuragi's still fine and healthy. The rest of Gaiman might have to reset a bit as 2 cores have died. And really the trade is for 2 supports as BZM nets the double kill thanks to...
One of the luxuries of having this Underlord is that you can send him top lane and he can connect with your team bottom with Fiend's Gate. Kind of Dawnbreaker-esque gameplay that this hero can pull off. So they're not even too worried about ending up trading towers, but they should be worried about Ace's life potentially trying to fade out a BKB here. Now he doesn't have the mana for it.
Yeah, TPs are coming, but he's done.
Amar.
TPs matter not. Wukong's command use from Yuragi. I guess that's going to be used to ward off the rest of Gaiman that were potentially coming, and they'll take the tier 2.
Just in time.
Indeed.
Here we go.
Less than a minute left on the Aegis, so see how OG want to try to approach this.
Do they have any offensive force
stuff? Boundless Strike, and look at the damage! The Aegis is just gone like that. Now the Wukong's command into the Meteor, and DORACHIO dies a second time in the blink of an eye. Ace has to BKB Fiend's Gate away, and the rest of Gaiman have to ditch. Celery doesn't have that opportunity, and it looks like Tofu's TP gets canceled as well. So 3 dead as OG just on another level here. Now with a 12k lead. Form of revenge onto Amar.
Is under attack.
But they're going to need a lot more of that to get back in this game.
Well, they could at least claim a mid tier 2. I don't think Amar is interested in buying back for that unless OG do get a very clean setup once again, but maybe they're going to just try to defend it the aggressive way. They're pushing top, and
he's initiated on. The sheep stick is there, and he is deleted.
Is under attack.
They can actually force them back here. They can defend their tier 2 tower mid by pushing top. The OG or Gaming Gladiators have to come back here. They're sending back the Underlord for now.
Tower. Forge Spirits won't be able to finish it off, although Boom, he's going to get ensnared, and you can see Gaiman have already TP'd a couple heroes, so they don't have that many in numbers. Boundless Strike connects as well. DORACHIO has to Requiem to try to zone away the rest of OG, but there's the Sheep Stick and the Meteor with the Mortimer's Kisses. So much fire destroying the Stone Man as BZM able to get his BKB off, but you can see the song being used, and now they're just going to focus down the BKB targets for the time being. So 2 dead in favor of OG. With the Wukong's command, Boundless Strike onto 2, and Gaiman are getting destroyed.
Oh, so clean. What an insane fight from OG. Everything landing perfectly.
Man.
Great spellcasting scenery. The way they set up that kill on Tiny and take advantage.
I think it's just the range racks on the top to be able to get those Mega Creeps as Yuragi pops the BKB. Boom, with a pretty good tree volley, but not enough damage at this stage of the game. And they're going to be able to finish off, and that's a dieback for Mr. Boom himself. And it looks like game 1 as GG's come out, go to OG, in extremely convincing fashion. And I know we came in thinking OG would be the favorites coming in, and they're showing why here. They're able to play greedy with double Midas, and it worked out.
It did. Gaming Gladiators went for